Hello, great people. Breaking news. How would you feel if I tell you that I have the identity of some of those that allegedly perpetrated coup plot to remove President Bola Ahmed Tinubu from office? I have the identity of some of them here with me, and I'll be sharing it here with you. I have their rank, I have their state of origin, I have their family background, and I'll be sharing this information. I'll be sharing it with you. I must tell you that a lot has been happening after news broke that there was an alleged coup plot to not only remove President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but also to allegedly buy him in office. I will be sharing some important information with you as a fellow Nigerian, and that is why if you are yet to subscribe, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. And this will not be video where we say now only your eyes go see you. Share them, let others also get to know what is happening. You will recall that there was a media report that 16 officers were arrested for alleged coup plot against the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Sahara reporter shared the story. Premium Times followed suit. Now, Daily Trust is giving me some good information that I must share with you. I said it live on one of my live sessions. I said that the coup plotters will most likely be northerners. If you missed that particular live session, well, you are missing a lot, and I will try to attach it to the end of this video. You will see two videos. One of them will be that particular live where I went into an extensive analysis of coup plotting in Nigeria and the dynamics that shaped the alleged coup plot against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In that particular live session, I made an assertion. I said that looking at the dynamics shaping this announcement of coup plot, that those involved would most likely be northerners. They are not only northerners, there are southerners among them because a southern governor is involved, and I have a video coming up on that, how the home of that southern governor have been raided. Who is that southern governor? I will be sharing it with you, and that is why if you are yet to subscribe, you would be missing a lot, because this is the channel for you to be. Now let's go into it. The coup plot, you will recall that there was a media report that the coup plot was allegedly led by a brigadier general. You remember that? Well, I announced to you that that brigadier general is allegedly from Niger State. You know that something is synonymous with Niger State as regards Nigerian military, which is that Niger State is the home state of Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, former military head of state. It is also the home state of Abdusalami Abubakar. So if this brigadier general is from Niger State, could it be that he's one of the proteges of IBB or Abdusalami? Could it be that it is when these people, when they were in office, could it be that it was then that this particular officer that is now a brigadier general, could it be that it was then that he entered into the service? Is he a loyal boy to IBB or Abdusalami? I can't establish that, but I'm just trying to connect the dot, because the two prominent military officers in Nigeria from Niger State is Abdusalami Abubakar, former head of state, and Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, former head of state as well. Just like in Ogun State, the most prominent military officer in Ogun State at the moment is Olusegun Obasanjo. So this brigadier general, I think that the Nigerian army and the Tinubu government needs to investigate very well. Is there any ties? I'm just saying, I'm just thinking aloud now, that is there any tie? They should trace it down to the background of that person when that person entered service. Is there an IBB connection? Is there an Abdusalam connection? I'm not saying there is. Listen to me, because some of you will behave apologies like blockheads. I said, is there an Abdusalam connection, or is there an IBB connection? Now, let me analyze something for you before I tell you about a colonel that is involved in the coup plot, as reported by Daily Trust, that there's one colonel, apart from the brigadier general, a colonel is involved. I will tell you about it. But before I tell you about the colonel involved, you know, I said it that the coup will most likely be led by an Hausa Fulani, that it will most likely be led by a northerner. And there was another thing that I said, which is that those who are mocking Nnamdi Kanu will soon cry. What do I mean by that? When Nnamdi Kanu was being arraigned, if you like, you can call it prosecution. If you like, you can call it persecution. Some of our brothers from the north, they were rejoicing. And I said it during that particular live video. Please, you know, that live video is very informative. If you are yet to watch it, I would add it to the end of this video. Make sure you take time to watch it. I think it's about 3 hours or so. Make sure you watch it from beginning to the end and share it with others as well. I said it during that live stream that those mocking Nnamdi Kanu will soon cry, because the coup that have been announced, and people are saying, oh, Nnamdi Kanu allegedly committed treason, allegedly committed act of terrorism, oh, he should be stoned, he should be killed. This should happen to him, that should happen to him. Well, if you don't want to tolerate fairness, if you don't want to forgive Nnamdi Kanu, well, there is another thing that has happened now that would involve the people from your part of the country. And when Bola Ahmed Tinubu is treating them the way they used to treat coup plotters, which is a capital punishment, then you will now be crying by then. I said that during that particular live video, and that leads me to the colonel. The colonel that is allegedly involved in the coup plot hails from Nasarawa state. I told you that the brigadier general hails from Niger state. Now, the colonel hails from Nasarawa state. And one shocking thing about that colonel, your guess is as good as mine, which is that his father is a traditional ruler. His father is allegedly a traditional ruler. And not only that, his brother is a former governor. It shock you? Okay. The brother of the colonel that was arrested for the alleged coup plot is the former governor of Nasarawa state, Tanko Almakura. Tanko Almakura happens to be his brother, allegedly, and his father is a traditional ruler in Nasarawa state as well. So you can see that that colonel is from an influential family. You may be imagining that Tanko Almakura, well, I can announce to you for free that Tanko Almakura is also of the APC political party. So it's more like a family thing. But then it's not totally a family thing, because definitely there is a line that separates them, which is that Almakura is of the CPC bloc. You will recall that there were many political parties that came together in an alliance to form the APC, and one of them is CPC, headed by Muhammadu Buhari. Another one is the ACN, headed by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. There was an ABGA, headed by, I think, Rocha Sokorocha. Then there was the new PDP at that point in time. All these people teamed together to form APC. So APC is a family, but amongst the family, caucus day, and that is where the problem is, because Almakura is of the CPC bloc. And if the words on the street, if what is going on in the media, some of the things that I've been reading is anything to go by, the Tinubu government is looking towards the CPC bloc, the Buhari loyalists, the Buhari boys, that, oh, does these people have hand in the plot to remove me from office? And don't forget that it was Bola Ahmed Tinubu that was instrumental to the emergence of Muhammadu Buhari as president. If you want to hear more about this, listen to the next video that I would be recording after this, which is about the southern governor. I will be speaking more about the CPC bloc and the Buhari boys and their alleged involvement in the coup to remove Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I will be speaking more about that. But this is where problem is. Almakura is not of the ACM bloc. He is of the CPC bloc. And don't forget that the CPC bloc have been, some of them have been hostile to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In fact, if you follow politics and happenings in the polity, you would have heard or you would have read that Almakura was being touted to be the APC national chairman. Some people were asserting that Bola Ahmed Tinubu may likely use him because he is of the CPC bloc. So now that Tinubu of the ACM bloc is the president, Almakura of the CPC bloc should be the national chairman. But that eventually didn't happen. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu gave the APC national chairman slot to another person. So that is why I suspect that even Almakura will be under investigation. But one thing that we need to ask ourselves is, can Tinubu be courageous to buy somebody from Nasarawa state, a northerner that is the brother to a former governor, and his father is a traditional ruler? So you can see that that person is from an influential family. Now, the probe panel is headed by a major general. Tinubu, I can tell you for free, is not taking this lightly. If you are the type that knows Bola Ahmed Tinubu, or you grew up in Lagos, you know that one thing Tinubu doesn't joke with is power. And in this instance, it's not only that they want to buy the man, it's not only that they want to collect power from him, they were also orchestrating to allegedly buy him. So you can imagine how mad Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be. He can come out and be smiling. He can come out and feel unbothered, just like he tried to deceive Nigeria by saying, oh, when I cancelled the Independence Day parade, I had the opportunity to sleep fine. He's just forming that guy, but in the true sense of it, he cherished power. If the cross-carpeting in all the political parties, if the crisis in the opposition political parties is anything to go by, then you will know that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not the type that joke with power. He even said it that, oh, being the president of Nigeria is his lifelong ambition. Person say the presidency of Nigeria now in lifelong ambition. Now one come out and now no say all hell will be let loose. So those are the information of the officers that I have at hand. Then it is not only about Northerners. There is a Southern involvement, which is that an ex-governor allegedly sponsored the coup. And should I tell you the truth? I have information about the alleged ex-governor and how Bola Ahmed Tinubu have been dealing with the ex-governor and his family. But let me say this one is about the Northern revelation. The next video will be about the Southern revelation, and I'll be talking about that former ex-governor. So if you are yet to subscribe, you are missing a lot. Do well to subscribe and make sure that you catch up with that particular video. I promise you it will not be more than 10, 12, 13 minutes long, my usual video duration. Do well to catch up with it. Now, the ex-governor previously worked in the oil and gas sector. In fact, that ex-governor is a Buhari boy. I've been giving you some clue, but then go and catch up with it in my next video. What I can say to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is that deliver dividends of democracy to increase legitimacy. What the government have been dwelling on mostly is propaganda. Propaganda here, propaganda there. No. Face the reality as regards the Nigerian state and make sure that you deliver dividends of democracy to the people. When you deliver dividends of democracy to the people, definitely even people will be against the coup. But when the announcement came that, oh, there was an alleged coup plot, people were rejoicing. So it shows that if the coup plot had been successful, maybe Nigerians would have trooped to the street to be rejoicing that you have been kicked out of power. And for this brigadier general from Niger State and this colonel from Nasarawa State, whose father is a traditional ruler, and the colonel is the former governor of, is the brother to the former governor of Nasarawa State, Tanko Amakura. I wish them the best, but I can tell you that it's going to be a long journey for them because Tinubu will not take it lightly. As more revelation comes on board, definitely you can count on me that I will be bringing it to you. I will be revealing all that needs to be revealed. I will be revealing it to you. It's been an interesting time with you. Subscribe, turn on your notification button, catch up with my past videos. See you in my next video. I love you all sincerely.